very well. I thought the defense did exactly what we wanted to do. Evan Kirk is starting to be, proving himself to be a legitimate #1 goalie. So it's been a nice feeling the last 2 games. We were a little worried that the off week might have gotten us a little rusty, but took advantage of a tired team. I mean, they're a solid team, but they played last night a very hard game against Toronto, and so we took advantage of that and tried to get off to an early, fast start, which we did thanks to the offense.
Timeout right before the half and you get the goal. What would you go over in that play?
I think it's just a matter of settling the guys down more than anything else. We have set plays, focus plays as we call them. Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, but it just gets everybody on the same page, right? It's an opportunity to take a deep breath and go through and try to get the shots that we want. I mean, T. Rich, their goalie, is a very good goalie if he sees the shot and he can come out and make the block. So we're trying to set up opportunities where we can swing the ball and get his feet moving. Then we think we have an opportunity to get one by him.
I think that momentum really helps you guys in getting that quick goal right before the half and then another goal right before the second half.
Yeah, I think so. I think whenever you can score a goal in the first minute or the last minute is always a nice momentum, right? And conversely, on the other side of that, one of our goals as a team is to not allow that to happen against us. So I thought we did a pretty good job.
Yeah, Coach, at the end of the first half, the game was still kind of, either way. Weemeyer takes that penalty late, and Brett Manny absolutely played probably the best penalty kill I've ever seen in this league. Just talk about Brett Manny's game tonight.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think we're starting to feel it in the locker room, and we're challenging guys to be responsible for the things that they can control, right? And we expect Brett to be a solid defenseman, one of the best defensemen in the league. We put a lot of pressure on him, a lot of responsibility falls on his shoulders, wearing an A plus, logging extra time on man down. So just a matter of challenging the guys to be responsible and taking on that extra work and coming through it, and he's starting to do it. A lot of guys in that locker room are starting to feel it, and we're feeling pretty good about the direction we're heading in right now.
Coach, how happy were you to have Kyle Buchanan on your team instead of playing against you tonight?
Very happy. Nah, you know what? The guys were very happy for him. He had a great game, but he's, I'm not surprised. Honestly, he's done very well this year for us. He was we picked him up in the free agent camp, and he's been right from day one. We knew he'd fit in this team, and he's been a great asset.
Coach, to amplify on the previous point about Brett Manny's play,
yeah.
I observed completely different Wayne's defense today, and they were outstanding.
Yeah.
Solid through and through. In your bye week, did you focus on defense more in a different way?
Yeah, you know what? It's Tommy Hayek's done a nice job with the fellas. We're trying to keep it simple for them, right? We know we've got athletes. In the last couple of years, we've always felt we've had really good athletes on the back door, but not really, never played athletic, if you know what I mean. So I think we've really instilled in them a couple of simple systems, when to press, when not to press. But if we can keep it a one-on-one game for the most part, keep it inside the advertisements on the floor, if you can visualize that, and then continue to teach them the two-man game, all of a sudden you're going to start, seeing some nice improvement like you saw today. And I thought today was almost a near complete, perfect game for the D.
The two-man game is how box lacrosse is played.
Yeah.
And with employing predominantly American players,
yeah.
Obviously that's changed a little bit this year. Has it been difficult for Coach Hayek and yourself to help them transition from the outside?
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a lot of transferable skill sets they bring, but they have a lot of high IQ, great learning agility. We do a lot of work with video. We Dropbox some, videos midweek to show some correction. They're very good studies. They understand. You just teach them, you walk them through it, you have them demonstrate. We're feeding them with a fire hose still. There's a lot they have to learn, but they're picking it up, tremendously well, to be honest with you.
You guys did a lot right tonight. Is there anything that you can say you need to work on going into your next game?
Yeah, I still think that we can offensively, I felt there was a couple of possessions that we started to get a little bit too cute by half, and it got away from just basic, swinging the ball, up picks, pick and roll, keep the defense occupied, and I thought we got You know, we tried to get a little fancy when we just needed to have a solid possession, and you know, it comes at a time when we're up a couple of goals. You have a bad possession, they get some transition. Next thing you know, the 5-goal lead becomes a 4-goal lead, becomes a 3-goal lead, right? So I think we just have to be a little bit more consistent, shift in and shift out.
One last question for Coach Harrison here.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep.